Will Smith has resigned from the fucking Academy, bro.
What does that exactly do?
I mean,
what does it do?
Does that mean he has
Can't
to
get any more Oscars?
No more screeners. Does that mean he has to
He
hand it back? He has to hand it back.
No, he can get more Oscars.
He can't vote on the movies?
Yeah, he can't get any more screeners anymore.
Yeah. Wait, the Academy is the Oscars.
What
right?
position was he in that he resigned from?
Actor.
He was a member of the Academy of Motion Picture Art and Science.
I didn't know you can resign from that.
Doesn't that mean so? That's kind of like, let's say if you're SAG, right, and you give up your SAG card, does that mean you can't win the SAG Guild Awards anymore?
Well, you still can, but you just don't get any of the screeners.
I think it's screeners, and you don't get to vote on like what wins, right?
You can't vote.
Isn't that a perk of the Academy?
Do you feel like that they were voting? Are all actors and stuff voting?
A lot, like it's just random people that vote.
So that's how Will Smith won, because his peers elected him because of the vote.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to give his Oscar back?
He does not.
What do you think he does with the
Give all
Oscars?
his screeners back this year.
Just to destroy
all
them.
the DVDs.
Just to burn them.
This is not for commercial use and screening only.
Like, we get it.
Those are so fun to fucking download screeners, weren't they?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, it's a screener. That means it's gonna be high quality because it's near the
The
Oscars.
screeners are fire.
Do you think he won an Oscar for Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
No, he didn't actually.
No, that was his first
so
Oscar. This most
No, he
recent.
can't, right? It has to be an Emmy, right?
Yeah, not for French, not for Fresh Prince.
Because Oscars all movies, right?
Yeah, so like it has nothing to do with that.
I know.
Bart, how do you feel about Will Smith and what he did?
About what?
All right.
About what?
Him,
Or do you support it 100%?
Forget it. We moved
I
on.
haven't watched it yet.
About what? Forget it.
Trust me, I'm gonna
Video's
get
over.
to it. I'm gonna get to it. No, I'm gonna get to it.
Oh, I love the movie Hancock.
It's in my queue. It's in my queue. I'm gonna watch the slap soon. I'm gonna watch the slap soon.
Bart's gotta watch Bright 2 first.
I'm gonna watch the slap first, and then there's a lot of other ones where like Chris Rock fights back and all that. There's a lot of like, remakes and
You haven't even seen The Slap yet?
I want no. I'm
It's
saving.
literally it's a 1 minute video max.
I have a kid. I have a kid, dude. I don't have time to watch.
It's fucking Taika's fault, man.
Tiger knows about it. He doesn't.
It's not his fault, it's Tiger's fault.
Tiger should slap you.
No, I won't even get it. I don't even know where that came from.
All right. Well, how do you feel about Romulo Bronx with when the guy said our boss is not White Tiger?
Or how
That
do
was
you
a
say
good
Taika feels about Rumble in the Bronx?
Poo poo caca poo poo butt.
Cool.
Pee pee.
So he likes it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But seriously, how do you feel about the whole situation? Because we talked about it without you.
Man, I thought so. If you hear my thoughts, I thought it was wrong for him to slap him.
Wrong.
As a man of violence, you think it's wrong?
Yeah, you're
There's
wrong.
just so many layers to it, right? Like one, everyone's in Hollywood, everyone's homies. Like if someone got something if you really felt some way about how someone talked to your chick, talked to him behind the scenes, that's number one. Number two, you're a comedian first too. So from that angle, like come on, you gotta defend comedy and what you gotta say, like no matter what.
That's what Kevin Sorbo did.
I'm like,
We should all defend comedy before our wives.
I'm like, dude, come on.
Kevin Sorbo did that?
Of course he did.
And I'm like, so like you're a comedian with the show, come on, dude.
Comedians always will.
Yeah.
And then number three,
I still don't know where Kevin Sorbo came from.
That's what I just explained it.
if you slap Chris Rock for that, you better shoot August. Right? Like, or your thing from, and this is coming from a fan too. I fucking love Fresh Prince
He
of Bel-Air.
does.
I love Bad Boys.
I always told you guys, Will Smith sucks.
This comes from a fan.
And as a fan, you like execute this motherfucker.
No. I don't know what he's going through. Probably going through some shit. But I
think
don't think
Jade is the problem,
I don't condone his actions. And also coming from someone that also lived in the hood before, you don't escalate shit. You know, like if it's just talking, you talk. But if you escalate to physical, if Chris Rock was from the hood and he has his homies shoot you on the streets, expect that.
Yeah.
Like if you want to
Expect that.
if you want to escalate shit, that's on you, man. Because he just used words. And if you're gonna use physical violence, then you opened up the Pandora's box, and now anything can happen.
I would take that as a challenge to a duel.
Isn't it not fair? Because like, dude, if any of our chicks was getting fucking railed on, and I gotta sit there, any joke
Like comedy railed on?
no,
Train ran.
physically railed.
ran the train
yeah.
Like having a sex on?
Like August fucking.
Yeah, like August.
Okay.
Like penis is going in our bitches.
Yeah.
I think there's no way that you could make fun of my chick and me not be like, I'm not a bitch.
yeah. For real.
That's
for
the
real,
wrong
for real.
guy to
But that's
take
the reaction.
Well, no,
though.
but
that's the reaction.
So that's the bullshit thing. So
It's a pride thing for him.
Exactly.
It's like he's been getting fucking shat on.
Yes.
So hard. And I feel like
By
look,
Jada.
But
By Jada.
Exactly. And the other thing that's what I was thinking
Here's
about
the other
yesterday.
thing, though. Before you get to that
Yeah.
point, here's the other thing, okay?
Yeah.
Let's say that's how it really feels.
Yeah.
If you know a comedian is hosting the Oscars like, don't sit in the front row of the comedy show.
But they're the most famous people.
Sit
Yeah.
in the back because you know if you're on the front row of a comedy show, you're getting roasted on no matter who you are. Yeah.
That is the Shamu splash zone.
Sure, for
Sit in
sure.
the back.
But nobody wants to sit next to John Leguizamo.
I'm a fan. I love the movie The Pest.
By the way, he's the greatest Luigi of all time. But like nobody wants to sit. Come on.
He was really good on Spawn, though.
He was.
Spawn. He was a clown, right? Yeah.
But sorry, what was your point?
No, well, I was saying about like everybody knew about their whole situation of her fucking
Everyone.
because she was the one that was kind of putting it out. But at the same time,
And the way that she like started salivating when she was talking about him, like,
yeah, and she was like pretty much saying like you're born as shit, whatever. But anyways, but then for like Will Smith, we all knew he was fucking too. But we like, I feel like we
but
never heard about
who?
it. Like we never heard about
speak.
it. And I feel like what she did was like kind of like turning the knife into the dude even more. So then by the time at the Academy Awards and when that thing happened, he just probably couldn't take it anymore.
The part that I don't quite get, I don't know if you guys talk about this, is
We did.
so Chris Rock
We did.
says
We covered it.
the
all of
the whole G.I. Jane 2 bit, right?
Talked about that.
The first thing you see, the first thing is Will Smith going, ha ha ha, and then he looks to Jada, right? And then Jada gives her the death eyes,
Dude, she hits him with the hard.
And we all know that look.
and then all of a sudden, I'm like, dude, your true first reaction was that.
Fronting.
Like, come on, dude.
We all know that look. And we all been there.
Yep.
Then that's when you say, I got diarrhea, and you go in the bathroom and you just stay there the rest of the show.
That's the time to say it. I got diarrhea.
That's why I'm laughing.
It's just, I got diarrhea. It's that. You gotta react.
This move that he's doing, like resigning from whatever, and do you think he's gonna go to the award show, or do you think like is he gonna continue to go?
I think that he did this to neutralize their response. So like, whatever they do, they're not gonna kick him out now because he just won the Oscar. So like next year he's gonna present the Oscar for best male actor.
I heard he's pretty bummed about the screeners though. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
That was one of the main stories.
What am I gonna?
Out of everything?
What am I
He was
gonna?
really bummed.
How am I gonna use my DVD player now?
Yeah,
He's like, they should be digital. I don't have a DVD player anymore. Can we figure this the fuck out? And they're like, nah, dude. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy though. Just the amount of, I think he already had that negative attention, and then through the slap, fucking cranked it up by 100.
I just feel like he's going through a lot right now. I feel bad for the guy.
I did. I actually did. I really do feel bad for Will in a way.
Yeah.
But then I remember
pre-Oscars.
Yeah, for sure. But then I remember like all the gifts he gave my childhood and like how sick he was and everything that he was in. And I was just like, I wish he was just more like he was when he was younger, and I wish somebody would just tell him that. Yeah. And that'd be helpful commentary.
That's actually a very honest thing, because when you say that, I do think about the actual influence that Will Smith had at like,
Huge.
On everybody.
anything from
wish
him
anyone-
turning his
I
fucking
wish
jacket
people-
around
yeah,
and stand. You
yeah.
know what I mean?
I wish people could just tell him that, because it was really easy back then, but he makes it so hard. But like back then, it was like the fucking
It's hard to love a simp.
yeah.
But I feel like he's a lovable simp. I think he's just with the wrong
But he's
person.
also a simp that's banging all kinds of other chicks.
Anybody he wants.
To the point where he vomits.
He would come and then throw up, dude.
That's how much he can.
In that order?
It was in his book.
That's like binge eating.
Yeah. He was busting it down so much.
Blowing fucking wads.
And he was in Men in Black.
Another iconic movie. Remember the scene where he's trying to like do his test and he's like moving the tape?
Yeah.
It was one of my favorite
The
scenes
thing
ever.
about Will today, when you look at Will today and you see his interviews or anything, right? It looks like he's been crying in the back room.
Seriously.
And then he just got himself composed and he came on and I'm like, those are tears of cries on your eyes. Those red eyes.
Tears of cries. That's the name of the next movie.
He cries a lot now, right?
And I was like, what's going
Like
on?
Tyson, but yeah.
Yeah.
He cries in like 7 Pounds. He cries in The Pursuit of Happiness. He cries in I Am Legend. He cries in...
And Bright?
I saw it in the flashy thing.
The flashy thing. The flashy thing flashes you too.
That was really good.
Let me tell you something. Mike Tyson fucking is profound.
He's wise.
He's wild.
What did Mike Tyson have to say about this? Is
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Why was his hand open? Should have closed it.
Yeah.
It hurts much harder.
You should have
I
smashed
saw
his
this
face.
one where they're like Muhammad Ali taught Will Smith how to throw a good hook, and I was thinking, wait, this article is like trying to say like he fucking used a solid hook punch for this, and I'm like, he was a limp wrist slapper.
Well, and
you know what I mean?
when Will learned from him, Muhammad was like 82.
And shaken.
Yeah. So
I don't know how effective that slap was
not
because
exactly.
Chris Rock took it like pretty good.
You know, sometimes though, it's not about how like strong something is, right? It's like if somebody were to come up and like punch you, that's one thing that might offend you so much. But if somebody came up and slapped you, that might offend you more.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
That's
so
humiliating.
This was kind of like the slap around the world type of thing.
Yeah.
I would have cried because I would have said, I thought you were my friend.
I feel bad for both of them because I do really like both of
I
them.
love Chris Rock. I don't care about Will anymore.
Yeah.
But I love Chris Rock.
Me too.
Like the fact that well,
he came back from that fucking good though, which
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah.
Like he was like, Will just slapped the shit out of him.
And he got
continued
laughs.
the show.
He got laughs.
Continued the show.
He finished
you
his
guys hear
job.
what
It's dope.
Jim Carrey said he was like, I would sue him for like $400 million because like that video will live on forever.
Dude, that was crazy.
Forever.
Listen to Jim Carrey talk about it too.
Really? Jim Carrey
He was really upset about it.
Since I watched that fucking documentary where Jim Carrey's like tells the daughter of Andy Kaufman like, I'm Andy Kaufman, like in real life, I lost my respect for him there, but I gained it back through this because he was like, hey, look, Hollywood's fucked up. They had no spine. They didn't tell him to leave. They didn't say like go fuck off.
Standing O.
Yeah, standing
He's so
up,
real.
reward and
Yeah.
statue instead. I wish everyone would have just said like, yo, what the fuck, and then like didn't reward him for it. Actually like made consequences happen, but he didn't think Hollywood would ever have the balls for
I
that.
felt like if someone like Andy Dick or something went up and slapped Chris Rock, I felt he would get tackled by security guards.
100%.
Yeah.
He would get pile drived on the stage.
Yeah, I'm like, he'd get, yeah, I'm like, the amount of respect and I guess like favoritism they played towards him is pretty crazy.
Definitely. Because if any one of us did it, we'd not only get kicked out, dude, we get fucking locked up. Imagine if good old Simu, he was over at the
Oh my
Oscars,
God.
right? Our very own Simu. He just got his foot in the door in Hollywood, and he walked up and slapped the fuck out of Chris Rock and Will Smith.
Yeah.
And he said 10 fucking rings, motherfucker. Whatever, right? They would have right then and there cuffed his ass. Asian hated his ass. Sent him off to fucking Rikers.
All his cash is gone.
Everything. Stripped him of the title. First Asian man. All that shit. And that's how unfair Hollywood is.
He's the
Loses?
first Asian man?
The first.
First public
Letterman
one.
jacket.
He's the first
His Letterman jacket.
First Asian man, dude.